Anthony's already watching.
Stevenson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Say hi to Anthony. Hey, Anthony, you know where we are? We're on Filipino TV. We're going to see our friends Filbert and Anjo. They're right there. We're going to show the studio to you later on. You should turn that down.
Okay. All right. What's up? My blood pressure. What's up, Anthony?
People always say that, right?
Exactly. But
Like, what's up?
Anthony had a great.
What's
he had
up?
a great weekend fishing. He did really well this weekend.
Yes, that
Yeah.
big pike.
Yeah.
Was that a pike or a laker?
Yeah, it was a big pike. It was a
Yeah,
big pike.
dude.
Steve House.
Show us some videos.
What up, Steve?
Why do people always say "what up"?
I don't know. It's like it breaks the
Is
ice.
this a Canadian thing?
Yeah. I would rather that than some.
Can you say like, "Hi"?
Yeah, you could. You just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have to share. I can't.
Say hi to the film crew, he says.
Yeah, we'll do,
We will,
Anthony. We'll
absolutely.
go up there and they will say
Anthony,
hi.
actually, we have a really good topic coming up, and it'll mean something to
Yeah,
Anthony.
stick around, Anthony,
Yeah,
so you
'cause
can give
it's-
your input.
You're gonna have some input. What do you want to start with? I know what I want to start with.
Yeah, just do a recap first
Okay.
while I'm trying to still
So
figure
nothing
out.
major went on this past weekend. I was hoping to get together with Alan Gibbons, Fish Finders TV, but unfortunately Alan's a little under the weather. So hopefully you're feeling better, Alan. We can get together next weekend. One thing that really struck me as interesting, because you don't see this very often.
Mhm.
I want to say I was up the street with some neighbors having a good old time. I woke up the next morning, which was Sunday morning, at around 10, 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
And there was a Facebook Live that was running. And it had been running from 9:30 the previous night. Did you see this?
No.
So a guy hooked a sturgeon. I want to say it was up in Lake Superior. He hooked what he thought was a sturgeon.
Mhm.
And he had been fighting the fish from Saturday night at 9:30 to 11 o'clock the following Sunday morning.
Sorry, wait.
Yeah.
9:30
9:30 at night,
to 11.
the fish hits on a
that's
Saturday.
26 hours
Yeah.
of fighting the fish?
No, that wouldn't be 26 hours.
Well, 9 to 9 is 24.
Yeah, but it was
Sorry, no,
9 the next morning.
12, so
So
16
it's
hours.
16 hours.
So he was fighting the fish for 16 hours?
16 hours. Now, the
From a
unfortunate...
boat?
No, up Lake Superior. There's no open water up there, but he was
Ice
in a fish.
fishing.
He was in a hut. Now he had, I think his main line was 6 pounds, and he had an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. It was on a nice rod. He had a nice rod that he was fighting this. But can you imagine 15, 16 hours fighting a fish?
I wonder what if he needed to pee?
Well, I don't know.
Like,
I
I
have,
mean, 16
why do you come
hours?
up with this?
Wait, 16 hours
16
you're fighting a fish. What do you need to pee?
Well, there's a couple things that I'd like to know. First of all,
Yeah.
I want to know what line he's using.
Uh-huh.
'Cause
Did he
that's
not
the
say?
line of choice.
Did he not say?
Yeah, I think he did. I think it was 6-pound Suffolk. I want to say
6 pounds.
6-pound. And as I said, if you saw this fish fight the way it did,
Yeah.
I don't know how it didn't break off sooner. But unfortunately, as the luck would have it, the fish broke off, which I'm not the least bit surprised.
So did he even see the fish?
I don't know if he did or not. I'm hoping that maybe somebody can join in and let us.
So how
let us
did you know that was a sturgeon?
He believed, because he had fished these waters for so long,
Mm-hmm.
that would be the only fish of size that would be able to resist as much as, like a big lake trout wouldn't be able to resist like that. A big walleye, a big pike. When you saw him fighting the fish, like literally, it was like he was trying to pick a log off the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and then it would dart off and peel line. But dude, 15,
So
16.
you actually watched it?
I watched
part of
about
it?
an hour of it.
So what did you see on the video? Did you see? So what, he was just doing this?
He was, and then of course, as much as he would reel, it would peel off the same amount of line. He got virtually nowhere with that fish.
Mm.
But it,
Wow.
yeah, it was actually.
So the video ran for 16 hours. The live video ran for 16 hours.
I want to say longer, because it was late
Wow.
in the afternoon that it finally broke off.
So, well, aside from asking him what pound test line
Never mind the test. I know what test he was using. I want to know the brand.
Yeah, what I want to know is how he was able to pee. You have to ask him that. Like, how did he do it?
Okay, I'm thinking more about eating or whatever. Okay. So Anthony says a lake trout definitely could. I don't know if you saw the video, Anthony, but this guy was definitely convinced it was not a lake trout. He was convinced it was a sturgeon. So I don't know. I wish we could get a hold of the guy and find out more detail, but
yeah, we should.
Because it was really interesting.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. Not that I've been on Facebook that long, but I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, ask them. Would that be a record? 16 hours to
16 hours.
16 hours to fight a fish.
Yeah,
that can be a record.
Yeah. You see, even Adam's on my side. Enough with the.
Okay, well, I'm just sorry, but
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
We're talking about fishing. Let's talk about fishing. So,
before we do that, can we show them the studio first? Part of the studio, guys. We're gonna show you where we are and what we're doing. Come on, Scotty. This is that was the conference room where we were in, but we're just gonna show you. Come, Scotty. Go that way. Just gonna show you part of. You have to go ahead of me.
Well, then they won't be able to see. It's like
but they will see the Canadian thing.
Okay.
There you go.
Right.
And that's the hallway.
This is the green room.
This is the green room.
This is where we'll be.
Scotty will
conducting
be
our intros and outros.
Doing his thing later on. We're gonna do our intros and outros.
Do you think any of this is like bolted down? You think we can get any of this out of here?
Yep. There's a space, cameras. That's a stage right there. We have musical instruments. We don't have to. And these here are the editing stations. So we just want to show you guys where we are. Just we don't have to go there.
You don't want to go in the sound room?
No, this is good.
Okay.
But they saw parts of it. So
okay. All right.
we can go back and chat with you guys. Are there people watching? Peak Live, 18 viewers.
Really?
Yeah, we have 18 viewers.
Did you get a good picture of that? That's pretty spectacular.
Okay, yeah, actually. So, look at all those TVs.
Yeah. And guess what, Red? We're not on any of them.
No, we can be in one of them.
Well, not right now.
Yeah, one of them will be ours.
Yes. See that black screen? That black screen's us.
Yeah.
I'm just
okay. Let's go back in. And let's talk fishing. Let's talk fishing. Come back here.
Okay, but more importantly, not just fishing.
Well, fishing first. You
want to do fishing? Okay.
Let's leave our main topic for later.
Ed says, hello, Ed. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend at the Bowmanville Tackle Swap.
Yes.
That's something we could talk about.
Yeah, we are going to be there. So I didn't realize it's 2 days.
Well, Saturday's the setup.
Oh, so only one day?
So just one day, Sunday.
One day to set up?
Well, no, you can set up Saturday during the day or Sunday morning, the day of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some big names there. This is going to be quite the show.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be really something.
There's some big names there, and there's some big guys there.
Well, James Mathias has tuned in. Boom. I will be. Yeah, Ian West will be there from Fear Fishing.
Oh, Ian West.
There's some big names. Like, dude, there's like Sticks and Stones. There's a whole whack of them. So the neat thing is, guys, we're going to be traveling around, and it's going to probably look a little overwhelming, but we're going to have a camera crew. We made arrangements with Peter Sato in regards to covering the event.
Mm-hmm.
So please don't be shy. We're going to come up. We're going to say hello.
Yes.
You're going to have your 30 seconds of fame where you can, plug your company, plug what you're doing.
Only 30 seconds. That's not a lot.
Well, I'm just thinking of...
Make that 1 minute.
Okay. So, all right. Wow. You're in the giving mood today.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just gave away 30 seconds.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but that's
so it's going to be fun. And we've got Denise Davey, who's going to be looking after our
she's going to be our booth caretaker.
Yes, while we're out filming. Yeah. Come by. We are at the Chasing Eye Charter and CFN booth. I think it's booth 17.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see you guys on Sunday. I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
Calvin, hello, Lori, Mark, Erica.
Oh, Erica.
That was quite the post today.
I know. I was like, it looks so good.
No,
You know when
really
she
did.
put the red things on beside her picture?
That was really, to make
it
it look
really
Canadian.
Canadian.
Absolutely. It means the world to us.
It does.
That was the finest thing I saw
Actually,
today.
Erica, I was talking to Scotty. We are still on to covering your fishing wedding story. So just give us the details, and hopefully we are free. So as soon as possible, if you could give us the details on that, so we can, take photos of your wedding fishing.
And I looked into the ministry thing, like being the. I'm not doing that.
Oh, so you can't be a pastor?
You have to be bondable.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do something.
We'll figure something.
We'll figure something out.
I'll bring holy water.
Yeah.
We'll do something.
Scotty speak.
Yeah, sure. Are we going to be at the Toronto Sportsman Show? Yes, we are. We are going to be meeting Linda Flood and Mike Borovic.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry. I'm sorry. We are going to be there, but we're not going to
have a booth.
We're not going to have a booth.
Yeah. We are in the midst of what you would consider gathering financial support.
Mm-hmm.
So once we become a little bit more rooted in the financial aspect of things,
when we can buy our tickets to get in already.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Anyway, but I guess one of the topics that we want to talk about can be more serious now.
Yeah,
just a little bit serious, is what our title was. What it takes to be a Team CFN.
Well,
give us your thoughts.
Okay, so we've had there's been a lot of feedback from people, and I thank each and every one of you, and you know who you are, that have asked, what does it take to become part of CFN? Team CFN.
Yeah.
So Red and I we've been sort of talking back and forth, and of course, guys, we're always busy with videos and shoots and whatever, and it's really something that is passionate for both of us, because we want to have people that want to represent CFN and want to do it in such a way that makes it fun, because that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
It emphasizes the fishing opportunities that the country of Canada offers.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter the quality of your product.
No, but if we can go back to the foundation of this, is like Team CFN, basically we have a mission of showcasing Canadian fishing. Right? But what we were talking about on our drive to here is like we want this to be different, because you can be pro staff for like a lot of companies, but basically just, I guess, join them in shows or take pictures with apparels and stuff like that. But we want to be kind of different, because we actually have a mission, which is to showcase Canadian fishing to everybody. So we want, like we said, to be different.
We want to be different. And we have to be different.
And how can we be different?
Well, yeah. And I'd like to say that one person right now that comes to mind that offers a lot of content, always emphasizes fun in all of his content, is Calvin Pyle. Yeah. Calvin is always posting great little videos, helps out with Walleye Wednesday, of course, and anytime that guy wets a line, he's wearing the CFN colors.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. What would be a good example of what a Team CFN member is, Calvin Pyle.
Yeah.
Because your content doesn't have to be like high quality produced content. It's basically just putting stuff out there. It can be like an iPhone video sometimes, the way he does, but we appreciate that.
Absolutely.
As long as you're helping us in our mission to share.
Absolutely.
We will take you. We would gladly have you on, but you have to be as committed as us in terms of our mission.
Okay, but that's asking a lot, because we spend an awful lot of time.
Yeah, not.
I wouldn't want people to go overboard like we do. I mean, certainly would entertain the idea, but like you've got Calvin Pyle, who does a fantastic job adding content. You've got Mike Borovic, Anthony Stevenson, James Mathias, Ed McCann. Like, there's a whole host of guys that have created the core of what Team CFN is about, and we want to build on it. But we want to build on it with your input. We don't want this to just be about us.
Yeah.
We want it to be about you guys.
That's why we have this video right now.
What would you guys like to see when it comes to be if someone were to come to you and say, I want to be a part of Team CFN, what would you want your answer to be to that person?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take any advice, all advice.
Let's type that in. We would like your input in this. One of the things, though, Scotty, that I said earlier when we were driving in again, is we want to have, as a Team CFN member, we want to have some sort of a community, some sort of a belongingness. If you're Team CFN, you just don't have a jersey.
Yeah.
That you take pictures. We want to be getting together.
Yeah.
And just being like brothers.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be all of us, because we're thinking there should be a Team CFN in every province.
That would be
and each province would have like their own chapters or their own mini group, and we should always be getting together.
Well, I guess down the road, it would be great if we had like Team CFN Manitoba.
Yeah.
Team CFN Saskatchewan.
Yes.
I mean, ideally, that's what I would love to see. But
no, I think we should be like that.
Well,
because if we have core groups per province, then our mission, they will help a lot. It'll be quicker to get together content and put it out there, rather than only us two getting out. We will have a lot of help.
Right.
And from different provinces, so it's not exclusive only Ontario doing this.
That's right.
Everyone should be doing this. So. Yeah. So guys, what else did you want to add? In terms of
first club. I like Adam's got Club CFN. Lori would.
Adam.
Yeah, chapters. I like that. Like a motorcycle.
we have to create leather CFN jackets.
Well, the price of apparel just went up.
Yeah. Well, let's make Adam handle that department.
Yeah, great.
That'll be your department good there, call. Adam.
So as I said, guys, don't be afraid to submit anything. You don't have to do it here on our live broadcast. You could do it, on Messenger or in our messages forum. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's we have a vision, but we want your guys' input to get to where it is that we want to go. And again, our mission is just to profile what a beautiful country this is and the fishing opportunities that are within. Mm-hmm. And you guys, like, I can't thank people enough, like Mark Freeman and Paul Collins. Like, there's a whole whack of people, Alan Marin, that shares and reposts all of our material. I mean, there's a lot of efforts that are going on behind the scenes that, right away we want to thank you guys for being a part of. But in doing so, we want to add your input when it comes to the direction of Team CFN. Yeah.
Because one of the things, though, that we would like to be open with you guys with is we are thinking of, how you said, Scotty, that some of the clubs and associations, they although it's hard for us to do, although it's hard for us to ask for money, we would have to have some sort of like a, I don't know how to ask for money, Scotty.
Well, it's not about, it's not so much about being not afraid of asking for money. We want it to be more than just, here's my yearly subscription to CFN. I want it to be different. Mm-hmm. I don't, I would rather people pay what they want to pay than have a yearly. Now, I know that's, la la land for a lot of people.
That's the thing is, I don't like the connotation of paying.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be like the rest of the people. Or no, I don't know. Erase that. I don't basically want to be asking for money, but it's like, when you put your skin in the game, like they call, you have some skin in the game.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm picking up what you're laying down. I'm raking what you're mowing.
Okay, I'm not understanding what you're saying.
That's okay.
Okay, but basically it's like we don't want to ask for money, but if you give money, then you're more committed. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
I know what you're trying to say, but I don't think
then say it, because I can't say it.
Okay, well, what we need to do is we need to build a structure of what Team CFN is, because no one's going to pay into something that isn't
It has to be structured.
Yeah, it has to come in a box. It has to be,
I guess, okay.
identifiable.
To be a Team CFN, but first, we don't, the money is the last priority. The first priority is first we have to know if you guys are committed in helping us spread the word about Canadian fishing. That's the first thing. The money is last.
Yeah.
That's just just to.
Yeah, we're not at that stage yet.
Yeah, but yeah. So
Mark
guys,
Meyer
tell
comes.
us-
He's
tell
got
us
an
what
interesting question here. Besides a team, what are your future prospects, such as promotions or tournaments, magazines, etc.?
Can you explain that to me?
So he's basically wanting to know what the future is when it comes to the media aspect of CFN. So are we branching out into magazines? Are we going to be covering tournaments? Are we going to be doing promotions? Well, I'd like to say we've done a few promotions. We are definitely going to be covering tournaments upcoming this year. We have one in mind that we're going to be covering. In terms of magazines, I would say that the only magazine that we would be affiliated with would be Mike Borovik's ODU.
But does he know that we're on Filipino TV? I guess.
Maybe not. That's actually a good point.
So we are there, and plus, what's his name, Mark. So initially, the purpose of the Canadian Fishing Network is for us to kind of be like the hub of everyone, like people that don't have big production but want their content to be broadcasted, if you would say. Yep. We want to be that platform where people like Calvin Pyle, who doesn't have like big production but has good content, he can show his stuff into our audience. That's what we want to be. But we want to grow it, and we need help from different provinces to do so, because if we're just always publishing Ontario content, then it's not really Canadian.
Yeah.
The whole Canada kind of thing. Yes. So
I really like this question. Anthony Stephen made a great point. I would like to enter some tournaments as Team CFN.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, of course, Anthony. But this is the thing. If you are already a Team CFN, let's say Anthony.
Anthony is.
Yes,
yeah.
But we have to create the package, and he has to sign up. Okay, then that will make everything official.
Okay.
And let's say you're already a Team CFN, and you compete, then of course you will be supported by all the team members because you're a brother.
That's right.
You will be supported. Whatever we can do to help you. But in terms of putting a fishing team, I don't know. It's probably too far out, I guess, for right now.
Well, I don't think it's something that we could financially sponsor. Like, we wouldn't be able to sponsor a Team CFN. But if they were to, like Anthony, I think his idea is to enter as Team CFN. I like that idea. As I said, we'd have to know more about the tournaments because there's I don't know if there would be conflict with that or not. I don't know. It'd be something that we would definitely have to talk about. Lori asked a really good question. What are your goals of Team CFN besides fishing? Obviously, that's the most important goal, but what else would you like the team to focus on? I would have to say that the primary focus is the fishing opportunities that Canada possesses. Yeah. But a very close second is the family bonding that goes on, the fun, the adventure, the quest.
Plus what I said earlier, the honorable fishing.
Yes, ethical and honorable fishing. So, obviously everybody knows Walleye Wednesday and what it represents in terms of catch and release.
But you can eat fish with honors.
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
You can eat fish.
So, as I said, guys, we're going to be around.
Okay, Anthony, I got you. Yeah,
we're going to be around a long time, but we want to do it right. But we want to do it right based on you guys.
With your guys' input.
Absolutely.
So actually, guys, a question: would you think of us differently if we asked for money to be a member of Team CFN, knowing that we're not going to use the money for ourselves? The money is going to hosting the websites, promoting the group, and just like putting your
And
skin
be honest. Be honest.
putting your skin in the game. We're not
be honest.
We're not getting any of the money for ourselves.
No, it's.
But
no.
we will be asking for money. Are you good with that, guys?
So we've got some great comments here. Jeff Kennedy, great friend of mine. Keep doing what you're doing, boys. Honesty and integrity and the belief that angling community has in you will take you far. And that is...
I think he's talking about me.
Okay. All right. Good enough.
Jeff.
Well, then say thank you to Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
There you go. Sheldon, hey, buddy. Mike Borovik's got a good point. Not that I'm going anywhere with this question, but how many supporters do we have that can write? Well, that's a great question. Besides you, Mike, we have Tamara Spence.
Mm-hmm.
We have Shauna McPhee, who adds some content as well. But that's a great point because, you know, there's a lot of written material out there that we love to get a hold of.
But it's not just writing, though, Mike. It can be like we said.
I'm
can
Scott,
be just.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm talking to Mike.
Oh, okay.
It's not just like writing. It can be like videos, like what Calvin is doing, or even audio. I mean, just content that's basically sharing our vision and our mission. I was going to answer one, and I got... Oh, so Adam has a question. Depends on cost, I guess, and what the member will get in return. This is the thing, though. To be a member, it's not more of what the member will be getting, but it's actually what the member would be giving in terms of, like, helping us with our mission for content. So, but in terms of material things, you know, we can make a package where they'll get gears, I guess.
Bling.
But it's basically signing up to volunteer.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
But it's a great question because, of course, you know, as I'm seeing here, people are very warm to the idea of paying into CFN. But of course, you know, like it's like anything else. What are we getting in return, kind of thing? And I also like Nick's comment.
If I can just butt in with that, one thing though that this is for sure in return is if you're Team CFN, you will be recognized and you will be in our website as a Team CFN member, which we want to make kind of exclusive, just because we have like there's work involved and we cannot just take anybody that buys a T-shirt. It has to be someone that will, you know, kind of like share our mission and do their part as well to be part of Team CFN. So in the packages there will be some apparel, but we want the tag of being Team CFN to be something that is prestigious in terms of like, oh, these guys are good guys. He's a Team CFN. He's a good guy. Yeah. Right?
No, absolutely. And that goes back to Jeff's point, you know, honesty and integrity. If you have that as the foundation, the tower can be as big as you want. But I do like Nick's comment. I believe we are all part of CFN, and Nick is 100% right. You all are, because anybody that is right now tuning into this broadcast has allowed us to share their content, provided content on their own, involved themselves in our giveaways, taken us fishing. You are all part of CFN, and you're under that umbrella. And we thank all of you from the bottom of our hearts, which is deep inside our body, because if without you guys, we truly would be nothing. So, Adam, since it depends on cost, we answered that. I get it. But we can like put these together, like what Adam is more on like the gear and stuff, and so we can merge that with other stuff, with other things. But there's hopefully we can record this. There's so many good. There are some great suggestions.
People are saying multi-level annual fee.
This is some great suggestions.
I'm all for it. Business can pony up as well. What does that mean?
No. Pony up is ante up. It's like pay up. So what?
I don't want this to be a business though.
No. What Ed is trying to say is that businesses that are part of the community within the industry can ante up too. And we are, just so you know, Ed, and anybody else that's watching, we've written a lot of emails and letters to some, I would say, high-profile companies. We haven't been receiving a lot of feedback, but we're hoping that through social media as well as our broadcast on Filipino TV, Walleye Wednesday, we are getting some interesting feedback from the industry, but it doesn't equate into.
We actually need an agent. I think Adam will. I don't know. I think you're sure.
Okay. Being that you're from Southern Ontario, you're probably familiar with Andy Plot. Yep. Kind of what you were looking at doing with all the multi-species. Yep.
Stationize, can, and roll. Oh,
Definitely.
thank you, Ed.
Mark, that's I like Mark's. Yeah, you're right. I spoke to Andy at the fishing show, and definitely it would be an avenue to go. So,
Get the youth.
thanks for enjoying. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching the Walleye Wednesdays. And as I said, guys, the feedback has been. I appreciate all of it. It's been fantastic. Get the youth involved as much as possible. Mark, that's a great point. We sort of did that last 2 weekends ago with the help of James Mathias. And I'll tell you, that was an experience for me.
Yeah.
These are young kids, and their passion is unreal. Like, I want to say 3 or 4 of them had never ice fished before. I don't know. Like, that it was it was an amazing experience. I enjoyed every minute of that.
Yeah. But you know that Jacob was emailing me asking for how to edit stuff. So he's really interested.
Well, there you go.
That's what when saying get the youth involved is, I think for that one we should be the ones supporting them. Like we should, like, I guess even if we don't have a lot, we should give some to them.
Yes, you're right.
Support them.
We should. And we definitely have to look at the avenues on doing that.
So, what else? Do you want to?
Well, you know what?
Read and I will. You want to talk and I will read.
No, I think we've beaten this dead horse enough. Basically, as I said, guys.
No, but I want to get some more feedback.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. So, we are going to mind-numbingly crunch some ideas together ourselves. We are definitely going to be taking some of this input from you. But don't be afraid to, if you got anything, any idea, it doesn't matter how crazy it is. Like, we took on Essential Oils as a sponsor, so we're willing to do whatever it takes.
To get help.
In the meantime, Ed McKenzie has offered up a trivia question. So while we're thinking about this, can we submit all your answers? Because I don't know how many there are. I know Ed knows. But the question is, what are the native species in Lake Ontario?
How many?
That's the question. I don't know.
Oh, how many?
How many?
No, you're saying...
And how many and what are they?
Lake Ontario?
Lake Ontario, native species.
Native? Can I make a guess?
Sure.
How many? Only one?
How many what? Guess? Or how many fish?
How many fish?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure Ed's going to have that answer.
Perch?
I don't know if perch would be...
Walleye?
Definitely walleye.
It's native?
It's native, yeah.
To Lake Ontario?
Yeah. Asian carp, Rob says. Atlantic salmon, I want to say was native.
No, how can that be native? It's Atlantic. It's
because
from Atlantic.
I know, but before the St. Lawrence Seaway, they used to run up and down.
Oh, they used to be away from Atlantic to Lake Ontario?
No, but they would run up the Spawn. They'd run up the St. Lawrence. So Sheldon says there's 8 species. And Ed McKenzie says soon, Rob. Yes, Asian carp. Yes, absolutely. Asian and that's going to be
Asian
an interesting.
carp.
No,
and
think
Asian...
about it. Like I know we're laughing and it's not a funny topic, but can you imagine us doing a CFN show where we're wearing hockey helmets and carrying fishing nets, driving through schools of those carp?
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Well, it might do something for ratings.
No, but don't pray for that to happen. That's bad. That's bad.
I'm not praying.
Mark Meyer's going to be at the Sportman Show on the 17th as well.
We are, absolutely.
So we're meeting We're gonna
Mike
be with
Borvik
Mike
and
Linda.
Linda. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no. Yeah, I know. So Sheldon has 8 species. I've got Atlantic salmon as 1. Walleye is number 2.
Walleye.
Lake trout would be number 3.
I have a question about lake trout.
Okay.
So that fish that we caught with James, is that a lake trout?
No, that's a brook trout.
Oh, okay.
Brook trout and speckled trout, basically the same.
Okay. And lake trout are like bigger.
They're bigger
Trouts.
and usually are older. It takes a lot longer for them to grow. Their growth span is very short in
So
terms
the
of how
big
much
ones that
grow
they
each year.
catch is like 30 years old?
Yeah, like some of those beasts they catch up. Like I'm talking to Lyndon Rempel.
Mm-hmm.
Those Tazen Lake 100-pound lake trout that he says are swimming up in Tazen.
Mm-hmm.
That's well over 100 years old. Those fish.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
And they're still alive?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're a remarkable fish that way. But
I wonder how they.
so
taste.
Nick says walleye, pike, muskie, rainbow. Nick
Pike.
says lake trout. Yeah, brown trout. Are they native? I don't know.
Maybe
John,
Carl.
that's a good question. I don't know if brown
Who
trout
will
are.
be able to answer this?
Who else?
Who? Oh, our pro, Ed
Our
McKenzie.
pro. Ask a pro. Ed knows.
Okay, well maybe we can ask for the answer. Right
So
now.
Ed, I'm hoping you're still watching. Ed, walleye, lake trout, Atlantic salmon. See that, buddy? Yeah.
Okay. Perch.
Chalk one up for the
Perch.
big guy.
What? Okay.
Perch, muskie, sturgeon.
You have
walleye.
sturgeon in Lake Ontario,
Well, they did. Yes, they did.
but so it's not there anymore.
I think they're catching them in the St. Lawrence. I don't know if they're catching them in Lake Ontario, but I do know that
Perch.
no browns, rainbows are not native to Ontario.
Okay.
Bourbon. That's interesting. Bourbon.
But what's a perch muskie?
No, it's perch / muskie. It's not. It's,
No, Ed said it's a perch muskie.
No.
Whatever Ed said is right.
Great Slave Lake studies show 1/2 pound a year for lake trout growth. Wow. So 100 pound, that's what? 200 years ago. That's ridiculous. I can't
Wow.
imagine. Lake trout that.
I wonder how they taste.
Those big ones not very good, I wouldn't imagine.
Is it illegal to catch
Chinook,
them?
coho.
Is it illegal to catch them? and eat
No,
them?
Chinook and coho are definitely not native. Sheldon, they were brought over from the West Coast. What's that?
Is it illegal to catch them and eat them?
What, lake trout?
The 200-year-old lake trout?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to. Oh.
No, but is it illegal?
No, and this is no, it's not illegal.
So I can eat a 200-year-old.
Okay,
lake
but
trout.
this is where Lori was talking about the educating our fans.
Mm-hmm.
So, we did a podcast this past week, or I did a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
right, with Lonnie Craighead, and we talked about conservation, ethical fishing,
Mm-hmm.
responsible angling,
Mhm.
and he asked me a question. He said, Scott, a lot of people would ask or would pose the point that those large walleye hens have a lot of infertile eggs. So there are a lot of sterile eggs within them.
Mhm.
And he said, what is your belief that some people say that we should be getting rid of those fish, that we shouldn't be protecting them like Walleye Wednesday is trying to suggest that you do?
Mhm.
I'm not saying that belief is wrong, because I'm sure there's science to prove that there are a lot of sterile eggs in a larger walleye, given the body water, and there's a whole bunch of other variables as well. But my point to him was, I would rather have 50% of the eggs of a 10-pound walleye that were good than 20% or even 100% of a 2-pound walleye.
But the 2-pound walleye will eventually become a
Exactly.
10-pound walleye.
But the reason I say that, and I said it to Lonnie, was my belief is big fish produce big fish. So if you have a genetic...
No, but if they come out of your egg, it's the same size fingerling, right? So it's with age. It's with
It
age.
is.
It's not with
It is.
like the
Okay, but
the genes.
But Bay Quinte walleye
Yeah.
grow to that size because that's
Faster?
true, but they grow to that size because they're genetically designed to grow to that size. Why? Because the reproducing population that they have out there are all large fish.
No, but those are not. It's the age. It's not the size.
I understand all
so like
that.
a 2-year-old walleye
Okay.
from your honey hole.
Yeah.
And from a 2-year-old walleye from your honey hole and a 2-year-old walleye from Lake Ontario, are they the same size?
No.
No? So
No.
a 2-year-old walleye in Lake Ontario is bigger?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And why? Because
it's
their
not
forage
just
base is bigger.
it's not just the age then.
No, it's not just age. It has a lot to do with the amount of forage they have.
Mm-hmm.
But I firmly believe that large fish produce large fish. So if I'm only going to get 50% of the eggs out of a 10-pound walleye, I'd rather take those 50% than 100% out of a 2-pound fish. That's my attitude.
Mm-hmm.
I might be wrong.
Do you think someday will come that walleyes will be the size of like dolphins because everyone was like releasing them?
Dolphins.
Yeah, because everyone's like, okay,
How much
let's
salt water is
all
in?
release the size.
Oh.
Let's all release the walleye because they will big fish will bring out bigger fish. Yeah. So they go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Do you think there will be a point in time it will come that they'll be really big?
Well, okay, but that's the whole
like
purpose.
In Manitoba.
But Lonnie was talking about the Columbia River where he catches his walleye.
20 pounds, you said?
20-pound walleye is not unheard of in the Columbia River.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder.
20-pound walleye.
I wonder how those taste.
So, not very. I wouldn't imagine very good. But his biggest struggle down there is trying to teach people the importance of putting those big fish back, because a lot of people, as he said, have the bent up belief that, you know what, all their eggs are sterile. They're not going to produce any. Well, you know what? I'm not saying they're wrong, but like Rob Henry, I would just like one egg from a big fish to produce other big fishes. Anyway, that's the whole premise of Walleye Wednesday.
I'm listening.
So
I was just reading.
Their DNA are better. Yeah.
Genetic engineering.
And keep in mind, none of us are biologists. You know, we're not from the marine biologist industry.
Well, you know,
but
you're Mr. Walleye.
I know, but we're talking to informed anglers. Like Rob is an informed angler. James is informed. Like all these people that are here are informed anglers.
They're
and
probably laughing at us.
No, they're not.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Especially red.
Yeah. It's all good. So I think Ed answered all of the questions or all of the smallmouth, coho. No, coho definitely. I don't know. Well, Ed, you can correct me on this. Coho came from the West Coast. I don't believe that they were native to Lake Ontario. Walleye definitely. Lake trout, mark, perch, muskie, pike. I don't know. American eel definitely. Rainbow trout I don't believe in, and sturgeon. Laughing with you guys for now.
Look at Adam's comment.
Red is still flabbergasted on how doomed. I know. It's see what I'm dealing with here, Adam. But it's part of his chart. It's part of his chart.
No, I'm actually thinking, what's the number 2? Okay, I'm not gonna go there.
They could produce around 40,000. Yes. So you're looking at like a 10-pound walleye produces 500,000 eggs. Wow. Roughly 500,000 eggs. So if 50% of those eggs are good, that's 250,000 eggs, which is more than what a 2-pound walleye will produce. And it's a big fish. So anyway, that's my belief. No Pacific salmons. Ed said no. I agree. Not that I agree. That's just the way it was. Let's take a guess at the original fish.
Okay. Well, do you want to end this already, Scotty, for now? Because our directors are calling us.
Are they? Oh, okay. All right. So we better get going. So, guys, after the broadcast is over, please don't hesitate to add your
What
input.
does it take to be Team CFN?
Because we don't know.
We do. We have an idea, but, you know, these guys are going to be our brothers.
They are.
We're going to cut our wrist and, like, mix our blood.
No, we're not.
No? Okay, well, but you guys are going to be our brothers. We're going to have chapters. Adam is going to take care of the leather jackets.
Okay.
That's a joke, guys. But being serious, please put in the comments if you want to be Team CFN and if you're okay for membership fees and suggestions on what it takes to be a Team CFN. Yeah. So if you want to end this.
No, that's good. Guys, thanks very much, and we'll see you next week.
Well, don't say anything yet because I don't know how.
Have you stopped this recording?
No, not yet. That's what I'm saying. Don't say anything yet. You know, how we
Can
always.
you believe that? Like, of all
What?
the things that you would come up with,
What?
how did he pee?
Dude, we're still broadcasting.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I want people to know what I'm dealing with.
Okay, I'm just putting myself in the situation. Like, if I was fighting a fish
Yes.
for like, even for 2 hours and you need to pee, what do you do? Because the thing is, okay, you have two hands, right? If you let go, if you give the fish some slack, it's going to unhook itself.
Yeah.
So you always have to have tight lines.
That's right.
How can you pee?
Well, maybe he was peeing right there in the hut. I don't know.
In your pants?
No. Well, maybe I don't know.
We're still broadcasting, so you know.
I thought you said you were going to end this.
Well, I don't know how to. 1 second.
Shut the computer. Pull the plug.
No. We won't be able to record this. Hey, there you go. I found it. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. We have 27 peak live viewers, so that's awesome. 600 minutes viewed. That is awesome.
So we're still recording.
We are, but I just want to thank everybody for doing this. So, say bye, Scotty. I'm ending this right now.
Thanks. Take care.
Say
guys.
bye nicely.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Bye.